morning. Today the session is accelerated by Mrs. Lata Prasad. Before I could start the session, let me wish every one of you a happy Ganpati Puja. Everyone are celebrating Vinayak Chaturthi in a great enthusiasm and festivity. Okay, let us start our session. Direct and indirect speech in imperative sentence. The other class we were discussing how it was in assertive sentences. We studied in between reporting speech and indirect speech. We will use that as a conjunction. Here in imperative sentence, what is imperative sentence? It shows a command, order or request. Okay. So here say or said will change into command, order, request, wish, advice, etc. Example, the king said to the courtiers. Here this is a reporting verb and this is reporting speech and this is direct speech. This is direct speech. Direct speech, how will come to know? That will be written in inverted commas. Okay? The king said to the courtiers. The king said to the courtiers, hang him to a stake. How we can write? The king said to the soldiers. After said, if any objects are there, the courtiers are the objects. So if any objects are there, say will change into command. Said will change to commanded. Or order, ordered. Or request, requested. Or wish, wished. Or advise, advised. Okay. So here, the king commanded the courtiers. The king commanded the courtiers. While we are removing comma, inverted comma in assertive sentence, we used that as a conjunction. Here we are using for joining reporting speech to direct speech, we are using to as an infinitive. It's very interesting, no? Follow me. To as an infinitive. The king commanded to the courtiers to hang him to the stake. Hang him to the stake. Okay. Next example. The captain said to the soldiers, run at once to the border. How can we chop this? The captain said to the soldiers. Said is the reporting verb. And soldiers. This is the object. This is all together we will say reporting speech. So the captain, so these are the words we are using according to the grades. So for king we used commanded. Then next word order. The captain ordered the soldiers. The captain ordered the soldiers. Removing comma and inverted comma, to infinitive we are using. Soldiers to run at once to the border. Okay. So here, while changing imperative sentences, you have to think in your mind only certain rules. The first one, say or said. So here in the reporting speech, say or said will change command, order, request, wish, advice, etc. As per the grades of the officers or the position. And another one more thing, what we have to do, remove the comma and inverted comma. I mean, while joining a reporting speech to indirect speech, we have to use to as an infinitive. Okay, it's very interesting now. Are you all following me? Okay. Okay, let us continue our session very happily. Okay, some more examples let us go through. The headmaster said to the attendant, get a file from the clerk. How can we write this? The headmaster said to the attendant. Said will change into order. Why? Said will change into ordered. It is not ordered. This attendant is the object here. And altogether this is reporting speech. So, the headmaster ordered the attendant. After that, what we have to do? To infinitive. To joining two sentences, to infinitive. Attendant to get a file from the clerk. Okay, let us go through further examples. Ramu said to his friend, please give me your book. What kind of sentence this is? Imperative. And the form is a requesting way of asking. Okay, so we can change Ramu requested his friend to give him his book. Here said is a reporting verb, friend is a object, and please, this is a requesting way of asking. So Ramu requested his friend to infinitive. In between these two sentences we are joining to give him his book. Next one, the teacher said to Venu, work hard and get good marks. That is wish. Then teacher said, reporting verb, this is object and this is subject. Altogether this is reporting verb. Okay. Then work hard and get good marks. The teacher said to Venu will change to the teacher said after object. If it comes, said will change into order, command, request, advice, wish, anything else. So here what will be? The teacher wished Venu to work hard. To infinitive we are using for joining two sentences. Okay, are you all following me? It's very interesting. You have to grasp and go. The teacher wished Venu to work hard and get good marks. Next one, the teacher said to the class, do not waste your time. This is an advice. So, the teacher is the subject, said is a reporting verb, and this is object. So, the teacher advised the class. After that, after removing comma, inverted comma, what we have to do? To infinitive we have to use. Class not to waste their time. Not to waste their time. Not to waste their time. The teacher advised the class not to waste their time. Okay? Then here all what you have understood. What you have understood. What you grasped out of all these examples. So as per the rules and regulations, or the grade of officers, the grade of sentences, we can use command, order, advise, wish, anything else. And we can use to infinitive, and we can change the sentence from imperative speech, that also from direct to indirect speech. So if you go through all these rules, you will be getting very accustomed with direct indirect speech, that also very fast. Okay, I think you all are following very nicely. Okay. Okay, let us go for certain common rules. For each and every sentence will have their own common rules. Subject will be omitted and begins the sentence with the verb. Previous examples, if you go through, you can understand that every sentence started with a verb. Okay? Then connect the sentence with to infinitive. Connect the sentence in the sense a reporting sentence and indirect speech. After we are removing the comma, inverted comma, we are using to infinitive. Okay? Command is used by kings and military officers. That you have to remember. Order is used by superior officers over their subordinates. Then the rest, request, wish, this all as per the sentence concern you can go through. So this rule always you have to keep it in your mind whenever you are sit before to chop out direct, indirect speech. I think everyone understood clearly about imperative speech, that in direct and indirect speech. Okay? Okay. Next category of sentence. Direct, indirect speech in interrogative sentence. What is interrogative sentence? Starting with a question word and ending with question tag. Then, whenever we are dealing interrogative sentence, the verb changed into asked. Previously, assertive sentence we used that. Imperative sentence we used to infinitive. Here we are using asked if there are any objects. The crab said to its mother. Subject, reporting verb, object. Why do you walk across? Have you ever seen a crab walking? It will walk across only. It won't walk straight. Okay, when you get a chance, just find it. The crab said to its mother, why do you walk across? How can we change this? The crab asked its mother, why she walked across. Why she walked across. Why she walked across. Then, like these sentences, whenever we are using interrogative pronouns, what are the interrogative pronouns? Why, what, who, whom, whose, how, when, where, etc. These are all interrogative pronouns. So, for example, for this interrogative pronouns, by using interrogative pronouns, and we are changing direct to indirect speech. Let us go through. He said to the stranger, what's your name? What's your name? He asked the stranger, what his name was. What his name was. Okay? So, here all, what is your name? what is your name? That is interrogative form. So whenever we are changing direct to indirect speech, same like imperative sentence, what we have to do? Question form we have to change into assertive form or statement. Okay? So he asked a stranger what his name was. Alright? Are you going through? Are you getting? Are you following with me? Okay, let us go through further examples. Okay? Okay, let us go through. Interrogative form changed into assertive form. As I told you before. The fox said to the crow, how old are you? How can we change? Interrogative form must be changed into assertive form. I mean, question form we have to bring into a statement. The fox asked the crow. Asked the crow, how old he was. Okay? Then, if the direct speech begin with a verb, here all the direct speech begin with interrogative pronouns. Here, if the direct speech begin with a verb, then what we have to use? You have to use either whether or if. These two phrases you have to use according to the circumstances. Are you a friend of Krishna? Said Venu. How can we change? Venu asked whether he was the friend of Krishna. Friend of Krishna. So, here are you. This one start with a verb. If it is start with an interrogative pronoun, you have to start that interrogative pronoun only in indirect speech. Here, whether or if you can use. Next example. Father said to the son, will you go to the field? How can we change? Father asked the son whether the son would go to the field. Whether the son would go to the field. Why we used would here? Because we have taken the past tense of will. So here all what you have understood, what you realized. Here the sentence start with interrogative pronouns. You have to use that interrogative pronoun, or you have to start with an interrogative pronoun in indirect speech. Then next rule, if the indirect speech begins with a verb, what you have to do? You can use whether or if. These two things you have to remember in your mind whenever you are tackling direct indirect speech in interrogative sentences. Okay? Okay? Next category. If the direct speech conveys the idea of inquiry, what we have to use? You have to use inquired of instead of asked. Okay? Example, the police said to the stranger, where are you coming from? How can we chop off this? The police inquired of the stranger. Then interrogative pronoun as it is. Where he was coming from. Another example. The passenger said to the clerk, when does the Kerala Express arrive? How can we change? The passenger inquired of the clerk when the Kerala Express arrived. The passenger inquired of the clerk when the Kerala Express arrived. Okay, so all these sentences, it is inquiring something. So instead of ask, we can use inquired of. Okay, so this is the end of interrogative sentences. So next class we'll be discussing exclamatory sentence and optative sentence. How can we make direct to indirect speech? Okay, so I hope everyone understood well and good. So do more exercise at home, practice well. So practice makes a man perfect, that you can do it at home. Okay. Hence, like, share and subscribe the video by clicking the bell icon which is given below. And I would like to advise you one more thing. This is the time for you people to mold up your communication skills. Wherever you get a chance, you have to enlighten that and get more and more knowledge in communication. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you.